Well, it's 2025.
Nice. What else is coming?
And Facebook just announced at the beginning of the year that they're laying off individuals. They're laying off 5% of their workforce, which comes to about 3,600 people, or let's just say 4,000 people.
I'm excited.
And they're laying off again. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you've known. You can go back and look in December, November, and it goes on and on and on. I've been telling you guys at the beginning of the year what these companies will do, and they're already starting. They're already starting on the layoff train, and I can tell you one thing. They're not going to be the only ones, guys. We're going to talk about it because there would be some information here that if you would have read in between the lines, you can see exactly what's coming, but we're going to talk about it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, guys. Also, check out my newsletter. It's free. You can't beat it. That information is in the pinned comment and in the description. And then also, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. We do deals nationwide. That information also is in the pinned comment in the description. Guys, listen, Meta announces 5% cuts in a preparation for an intense year. Read the internal memo. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. What is he talking about? An intense year? I thought we were in the best economy that we've ever been in. What is he talking about intense? Well, let me just clear you up on some things. These companies know exactly what's coming. That's right, they know exactly what's coming. They have their own internal research. They deal with all of these quote unquote B2B companies that do nothing but research on how they can make more money.
That's it. That's the plan, period.
You're telling me you don't believe that a company that is worth $1 trillion is not doing its research, not hiring third party or these B2B companies to come in and to do the research for them and let them know how they can make more and more money? If you don't believe that, I have a rock outside. Again, it travels. It's time traveling rock. All you got to give me is $100,000. Now, before we get into this article about why they're laying off individuals, why they're deciding, you know what, in the beginning of January, we want to lay off 4,000 of our employees and then put it in the guise of low performers. But they were going to lay off people to begin with. So the low performance thing is like, but before we even get there, let's go into what Mr. Zuckerberg said a week ago when he released that video. Let's take a look at it and we're gonna break this down.
Lay it on us.
I want to talk about something important today because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on Facebook and Instagram. We're gonna get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. We're also going to tune our content filters to require much higher confidence before taking down content. The reality is that this is a trade-off. It means we're going to catch less bad stuff, but we'll also reduce the number of innocent people's posts and accounts that we accidentally take down. We're going to move our trust and safety and content moderation teams out of California, and our US-based content review is going to be based in Texas. As we work to promote free expression, I think that it will help us build trust to do this work in places where there is less concern about the bias of our team.
In that minute segment there that we just talked, it's just so much to break down that can show you where he was going already. Well, let's just put this to rest. Facebook doesn't give a crap. Facebook doesn't give a crap about, truth and all. They care about making money.
Hello, I like money.
They can give two craps about truth and making sure we don't spread false media, because I've been on Facebook, you've been on Facebook, and we know especially when it gets to the political stuff, it's just a lot of fake news. You can't distinguish some of the stuff that is either on The Onion, that's a satire site, versus real actual news. You cannot tell. Tell me I'm lying. You cannot tell. You're looking at things, you're like, is this true or I don't know.
That's suspicious.
That's weird.
So the play here that Meta is taking is they're taking a play straight out of looking at Elon Musk and Twitter. And Zuckerberg wants to turn Facebook into what Elon did. He just wants to turn it into a big microphone. He wants to turn it into a microphone that he can say whatever he wants, push whatever he needs, and there won't be anybody who can say anything. And that's what he wants. And here is the kicker, because I know a lot of you guys say, well, what does that matter to him? It makes him more money. Elon Musk's network went up 77%, guys. 77%, a billionaire. Do you know what that means? That means that all of these guys have dollar signs in their eyes. And they're like, he's onto something.
It is going to bother you because you're human. And I was human. I am human still.
Because what Elon Musk did with Twitter is, yes, Twitter is a cesspool. Yes, Twitter, nobody probably likes it, has a lot of like hate and all that other stuff on there. I get it. But what did it do? It pushed up all of his other assets. Up to higher dollar amounts, worth more. SpaceX, Tesla, it goes on and on. And you don't think Zuckerberg is looking at that and going, I want that. Even if I have to push my platform to mimic Twitter, X. These guys will do anything to make money. So when you saw that video, and I saw it too, I looked at it and said, everything he's saying is aligning with trying to get on the bandwagon to make as much money as he possibly can. But here's the thing. What will happen once Trump is out of the equation? Will they go back? Will they care? I don't know, but at this point, it looks like they don't care, because if you increase your net worth by 50, 25% and you're a billionaire, let alone if you're a millionaire or just a regular Joe, to make $50,000, $60,000, that's significant. And when I watched this, I thought, oh man, here we go. He's gonna start laying off people. He's gonna start cutting people. And what is the number one thing that I tell you that these companies are gonna do? They're going to lay off people for more money. And then he's going to say it's low performers.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
But this has a political base. Like there's some political stuff in there. Do you think it's a coincidence? Do you not think that him moving his fact checkers from California to Texas? California, blue state. Come on, you guys got to see it.
You really have to see it.
The one thing that they think to themselves is, I'm going to work on what I can control. They can control their own company, which means lay you off. That means that they can control their message. And they believe if I attach myself to this person, I can ride the wave to prosperity. Now, if you don't believe me in that sentiment, I totally get it. But let me present to you another piece of evidence. Okay, Meta's fact checker partner says they were blindsided by the decision to axe them. See, this is what I'm saying when I say these companies aren't loyal.
I don't trust people. I got trust issues.
Even the third-party checker that was an employee, a B2B business with Meta, with Facebook, they didn't even know they were going to get fired. So my question is to you, is if Meta won't give advance notice to their own fact checkers that they pay millions and millions and millions of dollars to, why are they going to give you advance notice? They're not. You have to read in between the lines. And guys, listen, I probably would do a more in-depth or look around and do some more stories on my Patreon, guys. Please, 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 if you are interested in more of this content, want more deeper dive stuff, things I normally can't cover here on YouTube, please sign up to my Patreon. That information will be in the description and the pinned comment, guys. Please sign up for it if you are interested. I get it if you're not, but if you are, please go ahead and shoot over to Patreon. I will give you valuable information. But let's continue here. It says here, Meta's fact-checking partner claimed they were blindsided by the company's decision to abandon third-party fact-checking on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads in favor for community notes. Just like what? Who does that? Does somebody else do that? Another social media does community notes. Who does? I think it starts with an X. Some say that they are now scrambling to figure out if they can survive the hole that it leaves in their funding. He says, we just heard the news just like everybody else. This is the co-founder of the fact-checking site, Lead Stories. He's saying that when Zuckerberg released that video, that's when we found out we were fired. That is the same thing that is happening with these employees. They just got an email that said, you're fired, you're let go. This is your severance package. If they even got a severance package. If they did get a severance package, it probably was only for a month, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is again, if Facebook won't give their own employees that they pay millions and millions of dollars to another company, why would they give their employees a chance to react? And this is the reason why you need to look out for this type of stuff. And this is the reason why these companies aren't loyal. The news that Meta is no longer planning to use their services was announced in a blog post by the Chief Global Affairs on Tuesday morning, accompanying a video from Zuckerberg. Instead, the company plans to rely on X-style community notes. Now we can make a circle right back to Meta getting rid of almost 4,000 people.
This today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Meta is set to cut 5% of its workforce, focusing on the company's lowest performing staffers. Now, again, I believe this is just a cover up for we just want to cut people. We want to lay off individuals. We know that this year is going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very tough. And I've told you guys it's going to get worse before it gets better. There's going to be more layoffs. We just saw that inflation is continuing to rise still. Does that make sense? It's still going up. But I thought the rate cuts were supposed to bring down inflation. Now the Fed is saying, well, maybe we need to do rate hikes.
Wait, what?
These guys don't know what to do. It's going to cause so much confusion. And you can see companies like Facebook or Meta getting ready of these type of changes. And then it says, CEO informed employees about the decision to move out low performers faster. In a memo on the company's internal workplace forum, Zuckerberg told employees 2025 will be an intense year. Now, he doesn't necessarily mean it will be an intense year for laying off people because these guys don't care.
Don't care. Don't care.
Let me tell you what it is, though. He's saying it's going to be an intense year because the economic conditions. He knows that there's going to be a bunch of news stories going on. And since now they have community notes, it's going to be biased. It's going to be like this and this and this because the community notes come from a community. And then let's be honest, communities are biased. He might be at a Senate hearing asking,
well, why do you allow this false information to float around?
He knows that that is a possibility. So he's saying it's going to be a tough year, guys, for the company, not for you as an employee. Let's remember that. Let's say that one more time. It will be an intense year for Meta as a company, not for you. Because Meta will let you go without breaking a sweat. And I'm telling you guys, it says the company specified that it is exiting 5% of its lowest performers in a separate message posted by the company director. Meta has more than 72,000 employees. According to a recent quarterly report, Meta said that employees affected by the layoffs will be notified by February 10th and receive severance in line with what the company has provided previously. Now, remember guys, I said January, February. These guys would make a circle back around the block. They waited until the holidays were over. This is return season. New year, new me. That's what they said. This is what companies do. Just like you have New Year's resolutions, these companies have New Year's resolutions too. We're gonna cut our workforce and then they'll put it in the name of we need to lean down and have workers that care about the company like we care about it.
Not a chance. Not this time.
And let me just give you just a tidbit of advice. As a company owner myself, no one will care about your company as much as you do. That's your baby. That's your company. And the same thing applies with Meta, Facebook. That's their baby. No one will take care of your child like you. Unfortunately, there's this culture that's going on in corporate America right now that you should have the same type of attachment. You should have the same type of worth ethic as someone who owns the company by just being an employee. And let me tell you what, if you go in that direction, this is where these companies aren't loyal. You are a loyalist to the company before you are a loyalist to yourself.
You'll regret it, man. Trust me.
And do yourself a favor. Treat these companies like they treat you. like a number. Anyway, I hope you got value out of this content, guys. Again, please subscribe to my Patreon. It's something new that I wanted to start off in 2025. You guys have been asking for it over and over and over. Orlando, is there a way we could do a community or something where you can release a couple more videos, go in depth, talk about some things? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so I would really, really, really enjoy if my community who wants to see more videos would go ahead and support me over at Patreon too. I really, really appreciate it. Again, guys, I would not be here without you. I really, really, really am appreciative of the community that I have now. So if that's something that you want, great. If it's something that you don't want, I totally get it. But anyway, you won't get all of your information from this one video. You need to watch this video. Yes, this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you to your first rental property. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.